Hello everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. I'm going to do a little bit of a peek into next year to see what the main themes are coming forward for you. Do remember these are only general. I'm doing the air signs here, so Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. But the general readings, they're not personal. So they're only picking up on the general themes for 2020. What I'll do is I'll do a general read and then we'll have a look at each sign individually, see what's coming in for you. Okay, so overall, wow, great year for you then. So we have the Six of Wands coming out for the main theme. So this is a year of being recognized, of being seen, of being able to bring in what you want to bring in, because you're absolutely in your glory here, bringing in this energy of achievement. Six of Cups behind this. So this is sort of like this real childlike energy, having this sort of feeling that you can approach things with a very new attitude, taking on this sort of more childish approach. So being new and open to new things here. Looks like it's a year for love for you with the Lovers here. So if you've been trying to bring in new love or wondering when that person's coming in, next year is a good year for new love. It's also a great year for understanding personal boundaries, being able to protect yourself, stand up for yourself, those sort of things too. And I guess if you're being recognized with the Six of Wands, that would make a whole lot of sense as well. We do have the Tower heading up the year with the Hierophant paying close attention to that energy, I've got to say too. So there's definitely some changes coming in, but there's also changes to your intuition here, and that seems to be coming up in a lot of the readings. Us paying more attention to things, letting go of things. So for the air signs this year, there's very much a strong sense of being able to break down the past and being able to rebuild again for more stability. There's definitely a feeling of standing up for yourself more, standing up for what you want more, and really being able to sort of articulate to the world what you want. What I do love here is the Judgment card. Sorry, the Justice card is coming right in the middle. So this is definitely a year for karma to be played out, a year for letting go of things that no longer serve you. So very much breaking down the stuff you've learned in your early years. It's about building strength. It's about not giving up now and really aiming for what you want to bring in this beautiful stability. For a lot of you, there's going to be a change of direction, and this will come through relationships, and not just romantic relationships, but relationships with people who may offer you an opportunity to move in a different direction. So there may be jobs offered here that take you into a new place, a new career, but definitely a lot of changes. I don't think these changes are small. I think all the changes here are quite big. So you're looking at, moving state for work, or even some of you getting an opportunity to work overseas. This is also about letting go of the old. So it's about having a fresh new start. It's like you're walking into this year. And I realize with 2020, of course, the numbers add up to 4, which is all about stability. So for you, I feel that this opportunity to build something new now from this Tower is really evident for the air signs. Really understanding the opportunity now to approach everything with this new childlike wonder, being able to go into things and really rebuild something new, but this time doing it in a way that really brings in what you want. Now, some of you here will, and I suppose that's the same for everybody, it's a general read. Some of you here are planning, marriages and families, which obviously would be general population. But I do think that this is a year for really having solid, grounded relationships. This isn't sort of, running into things flippantly. It's like you're planning things out a lot more here. And I think that's the understanding that the Tower's brought in, that you don't sort of rush into things. So you're being a lot more guided by the universe. looking for more traditional relationships here, traditional ways of doing things. But definitely offers of love and marriage are very, very dominant in this reading. So for those of you who've been sort of single up until now, next year is a great year for bringing in someone new and having a very stable, long-term relationship, because this tower is going to break down all of the stuff that's held you back. So be ready for the ride, air signs. Okay. All right, let's start with Aquarius. Aquarius. Okay, so we have here the Devil, the Magician, and the Knight of Swords. Wow, what energy there is here. So for you, this year is about not only letting go of things with the Tower, but also understanding your shadow side, understanding what's held you back, whether this is around poverty consciousness or having barriers to finding what you want here. There's a great feeling that you're going out there this year. You're becoming more active around seeking out what you want in your future. Some of you are managing to sort of tame some of these dark things around you. So for some of you, it might be a change of appearance, you know, dealing with the addictions, those sort of things. Maybe a good year for getting into a very strong, health conscious way of moving forward. But I definitely see you really looking into what you want to achieve in 2020 to bring in a lot more stability. For some of you, this will be about travel. I did see travel for you, but this is about quite possibly traveling your homeland rather than traveling overseas. There's a very strong feeling here that there are places you want to see, and perhaps you haven't had the finances to do that, and you're going to find the finances this year. Okay, in your work life, I have get more information. So I think I said some of you will be looking at changing careers or moving into new careers, and this is about making sure that you're doing what you want to do, but that you're researching everything as well. So don't be sort of quick to rush into things. Like I said, there's a lot of this energy of pre-planning and making sure that you're doing what you want to do rather than sort of rushing in and sort of not having a sturdy foundation. So if you didn't have a sturdy foundation and the Tower's coming to help you rebuild, from here on inwards, you're going to be doing things in a very different way. I also have the card of creativity here, and it says you love to devise new ideas, innovations and forms of illumination. For some of you here, they're sort of looking for jobs and moving into different directions here, giving away the things that you've done previously maybe and not really thought things out the way you should be. This year you're going to be really delving deep inside yourself to know what it is you want moving forward. There'll be nothing rushed this year, Aquarius. You'll be doing everything in a very thought out way. Gemini. Okay, so for Gemini, it looks like it's very much a year for taking things easy too. All of you seem to have this energy of being well thought out in what you're doing and making sure that you're doing things in your own best interest. This is about taking the time out and taking your time again to make decisions. So it looks like it's going to be a very big year for you to decide the directions you want to go in. But again, with this being very thought out, now this Tower's come in, it's like you're approaching life in a less, you know what I think it is? The air signs are very much in their head a lot of the time and thinking about things. They seem to have this overthinking thing going on. And I feel like this is not a year for doing that. It's like that side of you may be brought down with the Tower. So I think it's about being a lot more practical and a lot more thought out and a lot more planned in your approach, a lot more balanced in your approach. Now in your work, we have the card of trust. So this is about trusting the universe, learning to let go and let the universe sort of bring in what you need. Understanding that the universe has got your back. When you manifest, that's all you need to do. You ask for what you want and trust that the universe is going to provide it. But this is definitely about trusting that you're co-creating with the universe. So this year will bring you in a lot of things because you'll find that trust there. And in your love life, we talk about detachment. So detachment is about releasing old patterns, which we've seen with the Tower again, and ideas that no longer serve your highest ideals of love. So very much a year for letting go of expectations, letting go of those ideas, maybe traditional ideas about relationships and how they should work. This Tower is going to change you quite dramatically here, because it's bringing in this much more, it's like you're becoming really conscious with your life. You're becoming really present in your own lives. Okay, and Libra. What do we have for Libras? Okay, so we have the Three of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So this is about things coming to you now without you having to fight for them. I think that you've worked out this year that you've fought very hard for things and things haven't come in. So it's sort of like understanding that you don't have to defend yourself anymore. It's about letting your defenses down and allowing your emotions to flow a lot more. The heartbreak you've experienced in the past is right there. It's left in the past now. So this is about you opening your world up to these new emotions that you're feeling, possibly with this Tower coming down. Your emotions are flowing much more, and you don't feel this need to sort of fight for what you want. It's just coming to you now. There's no resistance anymore, no control. You're just letting things go here and allowing the universe to provide you with what you need to be provided with. And the card you've got out is If You Believe. So this is again about trusting that the universe is going to bring you in what you want here. This is about believing that you have a greater power behind you, that it's not just about you doing this by yourself. It's about having trust and faith and moving forward. And in love, you have the card of Satisfaction. So this is about letting the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. So like I said to you with that little bit back here, this is about letting go. All of these cards about letting go, believing, and just allowing the energies to come past rather than fighting against things, trying to control things, letting things go and allowing the universe to provide you with what you want. 2020 is going to be a beautiful year for you, air signs. Thanks.